Right, hey guys, how are we doing? Back another video from Team 4-Star off of the 4-Star Bento channel, continuing with the Dragon Ball Z Abridged Creator Commentary Series, episode 60, part 1. So this answers my question. I was wondering whether they were going to do episode 60 as one thing entirety, because you've got part 1, part 2, part 3, and epilogue. But then I'm also wondering in what order they're going to do, because they've still got the third Kai episode, which was joke one they released, which covered the Garlic Jr. saga. So there's still those, and then they said they're going to do the plan to eradicate Christmas or around about Christmas time. So interesting. I'm very intrigued. This is it, like, really last episode, isn't it, in parts? So wow, what a journey. What a journey this has been. Yeah, this is weird. I've really enjoyed checking these creator commentaries out. This has been boss.
So 1 year has passed since the previous episode was released.
I'm really happy.
In time of the episodes, yeah.
I really am happy that we had the consistency of having this commentary be a year late too. I think it was great that we did that. Wait, did you not do that?
Honestly, the way things pan out, this might be in 2024. I'm not sure. But in that year, we did release stuff. We were making things.
Oh, Machine of Abridged was brilliant. Oh, Helsing Ultimate.
But for the most part, we were in the background really trying to hammer down exactly how we wanted this script to flow.
Yeah.
Because this was the biggest moment for us. Especially because this arc was my favorite arc as a kid. It's like the...
What's interesting as well is they had every intention of doing the Boo Saga after it. Well, the BoJack movie first and then that, and it's just, yeah.
Nearest and dearest to my heart. And this...
But they just ended it so well.
Moment, we needed to do it right. We had music produced. We had a script that we agonized over for months and months. We went back, we rewrote entire scenes, we rewrote
really
whole
cool.
things. And throughout that, we had to deal with the vitriol of people going like, where the fuck is it?
Where
Yeah, it must have been annoying.
is the thing?
Where is it? Why did they quit?
Why
did they quit?
James Gunn.
Even though they were still uploading other
Where's
things.
Guardians 3? Where is it, James Gunn? Why do you hate us, James Gunn?
At this point, it's been out for about half a year. But
And it was really fucking good.
it was very,
I still haven't seen
very
the
good.
third one. Yeah.
We just saw it the other day.
yeah, it's relevant in our heads here.
No, don't tell them when we recorded this.
I mean,
Look,
what, no,
we've been recording
Oh,
for about a week in a row now, back to back to back.
you don't need to lie. Every single video, I personally fly down
Yeah, we bring him back every week.
every week,
Crazy.
and that is
I think
why.
it's weird as well that, like,
Don't forget to check out my.
because Takahata wasn't in these originally, and then because of that fact, they were uploading the Taka cuts, and I was contemplating doing those in between, but then he stopped uploading the Taka cuts to the channel because he's sitting in with them. Like, what a weird...
No.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, no, you do some great work on your Twitch and stuff, dude.
No.
But
I do appreciate
for real, this was a big occasion that we were building towards, and this meant so much to each and every one of us. I actually chose to wear this shirt today for a very specific reason. It's one that you can't buy because it's one that you made custom for us on our 5th year anniversary.
Wow!
I have zero
You
memory.
brought them with you to Akon when we went there because that was when we were celebrating
That's
our 5th year. It
so
was the first year we had our
cool.
logo. And now we have been doing this for over 15 years by the point that this is being released. And
You're saying this shirt has resonance.
it does, honestly. When you first
That's
bought it
so
for me, you said,
cool.
don't worry, they run big. You bought me a fucking medium when I wore an XL at the time. But I fit in it now. I expected to fucking, like, frame it somewhere.
Sick.
You know what? That means I was right the whole time.
You were
I
right.
was
You
right
know
the
what?
whole time.
This was I thought there was no better time to crack this out of my closet than today because this, Kaiser, we'd be remiss not to have you speak on this because this is your magnum opus when it comes to this goddamn series.
Mate.
You put so much.
So good. It's so good. I remember I actually reacted to these. I was blown away.
Blood, sweat, tears, heart, and soul.
Tears.
I think, unless they got removed, I'm sure I got copyright strikes on, like, all of them.
And more tears.
Yeah, a lot of tears. There were. Yeah. there was
Into
so
this
many tears.
episode.
Let me check on my phone while we're
First
just
of all,
watching
you're a
this.
little short on bodily fluids.
No.
I had no idea the kind of work that was going to go into episode 60. When we were working through season 3, the workload grew and grew. We brought in other artists and animators to help along with the process. We had Cliff working on the music. Throughout all of it, our cast, the people we had to pull from, just in general, ballooned. I always knew
The voice
there's
actors they
been
got,
some people who
the
have critiqued
animation
the
stuff,
fact
that thing with Android
the
16 was
production
sick.
grew so big that it would be unsustainable, and that's
All right, so yeah, oh god, they all got taken down. So so my reaction to 60 part 1's there, and Kai episode 3. So even the epilogue got taken down. Well, there you go. Cool. Okay.
Kind of did in a way.
You know what? That's not a wrong
Assessment.
But ultimately, when I was going into this, I knew my vision and I knew what I wanted. Not the full vision, but I knew that I at least wanted to give it everything. I knew that if I was going to make this finale, it was going to, I wanted it to move people, I wanted it to make them laugh, and I also wanted to make sure that it had a sense of finality to it. Because, you never know what's going to happen, a month from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. You'll never know exactly. A lot of shows will have a finale. Basically, will write a finale to the series at the end of a season.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Just
you don't know if you're
in
going to get
Case.
picked back
Wow.
up.
Okay. All right.
And it's
It's a good thing they did what they did then, isn't it? With the decisions they made.
usually
after the
only at the last minute that, yes, you are in fact getting another season. So at the end of 60, this feels like the end of the show. It wasn't necessarily designed to be concretely, but it was designed to be if season 4 did not happen.
And at the time, we were heavily discussing do we want to, do we not
Yeah,
want
'cause
to?
that
And
was
there's
in
an
talks,
infamous
wasn't
shot on the internet of TFS will return for season
season
4,
four,
and
yeah.
Which, by the way,
joke's on us.
Yeah, that
Thanks
has
on
been,
our face.
That got edited out. I went into the YouTube thing. I edited out that because I just didn't want to give people were telling me it's really sad to see that. I'm you know what?
You're right.
I'm gonna remove it. I'll just remove it. And somebody said that we were gaslighting people by getting rid of that. I'm no, I'm getting rid
That's
of it.
the opposite.
I'm
No,
getting rid of it because I don't want people to have false hope.
The poorly aged things Twitter really got us that day.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Got us. There we go.
Because look,
Hey, at least we got the boo bits though.
I do read the comments to these, and I know there are a good number of people out there that really do hope, say, oh, they're going to get to episode 60, and then they're going to announce that they're doing more. Honestly, guys, the way we're continuing this is through Hiffle and things of that
And I love Hiffle. Love it. Oh, I wonder if they do create a comment.
ilk. It's way too much of a copyright
Dragon Shorts was
minefield
good
for
as
us to
well.
dive back into the animation, especially the way YouTube keeps changing. And furthermore, this whole series, the way we end up wrapping it here just feels so natural to us, which is
Yeah.
why when we went to start trying to write BoJack and stuff, it felt wrong.
Hell,
Yeah.
trying to write the epilogue already didn't feel.
The way we end the epilogue
Yeah.
is generally how we felt, which is why the only other videos we made were basically shit posts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We held our heads high with how we ended it, how you especially went about handling this.
I don't want a Scrubs final season,
Wow.
because that's what Boo would feel like
Yeah,
at this
no.
point.
We could get Zach Braff to play Boo.
Oh, wow.
We could totally get him.
You know
Zach
what?
Braffity.
He's not doing a whole lot nowadays.
No. He's counting his Scrubs money.
And you know what? Some people, I remember when we originally put out that video saying, hey, it's the end of DBZA, we're not continuing it. And we said, we don't want it to get worse. Some people said, I never saw it get worse. And I'm cool, I'm so happy that you
I'm
never
very
saw
happy that it
Yes.
ended on a high note.
Yes,
Yes,
I'm
then,
so happy
yeah.
you noticed that we're trying to go out on a high note
High note,
before
yeah.
Boo Saga it just would have been a step down.
Because none of us feel the same way about Boo.
We are fans of so many different television shows and animations and different things, and we've been fans of shows that have kept going past where they needed to and ended on a "abs okay" note. So the fact that we were
Still to this day, have not watched the final season of Game of Thrones. I just refuse to.
able to do this was incredibly satisfying, because if I'm to compare it to other things we worked on, like Hellsing was 10 episodes. That's it. It was 10 episodes. It was a series of OVAs, so we knew we got 10 episodes.
You know what
So
kills
good.
me? I would kill for there to be more Hellsing. 'Cause
I
that
would love
was-
more Hellsing.
That was so fun to write for. I would have killed for there that OVA to have finished. We would have done it and we would have loved it.
So maybe we'll talk about that someday.
Yeah.
But
There you go. But
Oh, that would be sick. I'd love that.
with Z, there was so much to it.
yeah, there is a
Do
lot
it.
of
Do
Dragon
the
Ball,
Hellsing
and honestly,
Bridge.
it's a show.
Doom should have bridged for Final
This
Fantasy
meant
VII.
so much
Great
to us, but
commentary.
so goddamn much to you.
Yeah, I won't lie. I'm out of the three of us, I'm definitely the biggest Dragon Ball fan.
Yes.
And yeah,
That's why out of the three of us, I think I'm the least Dragon Ball fan, actually, technically.
Yeah?
That's fine. That's fine. It's not on a scale. On a scale.
You enjoy it, but you enjoy making jokes more.
I do. But I didn't watch Dragon Ball like Scott did.
Earth.
You never watched Dragon Ball?
No, they only had the first 13 episodes, and they looped that in Canada.
oh,
endlessly.
the original Dragon Ball.
Yeah, but still.
Only 13 episodes.
No,
All they did-
I wholeheartedly
I still haven't watched it.
agree. If you can ever
seen
make the
clips of
time,
bits.
watch OG Dragon Ball. It's just better.
But
It's,
Scott,
it's very well paced.
Yeah, I honestly believe that. But the last thing I want to say before we get started, I love this ending, actually, and I'm glad it's the ending. Like I don't think I ever could do the Boo Saga, and if that's the case, then I'm glad that I put my heart and soul into this.
Oh, he's tearing up.
Because not everybody gets an opportunity to make something where they get to pour everything they know and love into it, you know?
Oh.
Because over the course of making the show, I got to grow as an editor and as a voice actor, a director, and a person.
Oh.
Like, I got to meet you two and the rest of our group. I got to fly all over the world. I got to meet wonderful people and do wonderful things. And I never expected I'd be able to do any of that when I started this. I joked about
amazing.
it as a far off
Yeah.
dream.
When we first started, we was like, wouldn't it be crazy if we went to a convention?
that'd be nuts.
Wouldn't it be
And they
crazy
did,
if we
yeah.
met?
Oh, that'd be wild.
If you met- yeah, because they did it originally. Like, oh, I've loved seeing the creative process from the beginning to this.
Honestly, like the idea of us meeting up was like, okay, that is our big goal, just to meet each other and say and hang out.
Wow.
Like none of this was planned. So the fact that I got to make an ending that I'm proud of and happy with is not everybody. Like I am blessed as hell. It's like I said last time. I don't feel like I earned all of our subscribers and our viewers. I'm just so fucking happy I have
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, dude. Hey, absolutely, dude. Seriously.
So
Oh.
thank you all for watching through, all the original episodes and watching through these commentaries, and I cannot wait to talk about this.
So with
Get
that,
it.
Oh wait, hold on. I feel like you've been trying to get more Edwards.
Oh
editors.
no,
You
no.
want more time?
It's like the reality of this was like for this arc, you and I, like all three of us, but you and I would sometimes have our dust ups because.
Oh
of
yeah.
what
Oh my God. This
so
one.
many dust ups
We
that
would
I
have-
had to clear up.
we would have our dust.
Screaming matches.
Well, we never actually
Wow.
hit each other, by the way.
no,
No, they were
Okay,
talking
no,
over
no.
the internet.
Yeah.
No,
so-
so it's also two very, very neurodivergent people who really hate being wrong, and it's not the best feedback loop, but it definitely did happen. So, like, all I can say is, anytime we ever had a disagreement, and I remember I told you this when we started, like, a ways back, anytime we ever had a disagreement, it wasn't because you hated what I wrote, it's because you loved this, and you wanted to go about it in a way
Yeah.
that you loved. And that's just the reality of it. It was never. Well, maybe one or two jokes. No, Taka can't have his way on that one.
Yeah, no. All of my writing was just to spite you.
I-
I'm sorry you had to learn like this.
That's how I framed my writing, at least. So I don't want to undercut the beautiful thing you just said, because you had a beautiful speech. I'm like, just me. I can't fix this. I'm just gonna look like an asshole now.
And done. Just
That's
complete check mark.
But this was like,
Buddy.
for this, like, this was like, all right, time to go play the big villain in his big episode.
Yes.
And man, I just at this point, I don't want to talk too much about it, but I was dealing with some substance abuse issues at this point. But I'm now 3 years sober.
Nice.
And that's always
And
been
we're
a-
immensely proud of you.
Hey, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. I mean, I smoke weed, but let's not compare apples to oranges. So,
Why not? They're both fruit.
that's true. That's true. And so is a tomato.
I'm pressing play.
The following is a fan-based parody. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball
Tomato
Z,
was
Dragon
Bardock's
Ball
friend.
GT, and Dragon Ball Super are all
American-
licensed
Toma-
animation,
it's Tomato.
toy animation, Indonesia, and Akira Toriyama.
Duh.
America counts it as a vegetable for schools.
Years of this. Years of this.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Hi, other Bulma.
I like
Pretty
Other Bulma.
much.
By the way, I remember reaching back out to Xander several months later, finally being like, "Hey, it's time for the finale." And he's like, "Oh, cool, that is still happening."
Oh, right, that.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Yeah, and I just we bring back so many old jokes in this.
Oh, yeah.
This Honestly,
Pretty loud.
this vibes so much like a finale, even at the time.
Yeah, we even brought back does not condone child violence.
We will, however, continue to bring it to you live in high definition, all thanks to our sponsors at Heat Tab.
You getting that, Jimmy?
Feel it,
Yep.
Feel
Hey,
bring the
ha.
tab.
Break that tab.
Don't worry, Piccolo. At some point, Cell's hand is going to cramp up. And then Gohan will...
Oh God, feet!
Look out for low kicks!
Turtle! Turtle!
It's a fighting game.
Yep.
To knock around, kid. Durable like your father, but
Soft like your mother.
what if you think the only way to win is to not play? I have news for you, brat. You're playing the wrong game.
Oh, mate.
Go on, dodge!
Dodge.
You must be so proud. Your precious runt is becoming
Oh,
a man.
man.
Yeah, but I mean, he could be dodging better. I mean,
And then yeah, it's over. That joke is
Idol is currently fighting.
he's doing a great job.
yeah.
He's dodging very well.
Foundation has gone too far this time.
I love that bit.
That's actually one of Xander's favorite lines.
It's great.
That sounds
He
like-
thinks the Make-A-Wish Foundation has gone too far this time. It's like they let the kid get in the ring with like the
Yeah.
big show or something.
Exactly.
Put him in the ground.
Hey, it's one of my favorite things when they do when wrestlers like, oh no, this child was defeating me. Excellent. This is how they should be used.
They have had a few cute spots like
my
that.
Oh, I didn't know that's the thing.
Game over,
Kid.
I think I even picked a game over, Gaki.
Like there was also floated nothing personnel, kid.
This is personal, kid.
Upcoming is one of my favorite Piccolo bits. It's basically kind of exactly what they did in the dub, but Piccolo screaming to an unrealistic degree is one of
Yeah.
my favorite things to do as a character.
Yeah.
Of course, that'll be after the intro.
Dear sweet, merciful God, I think he's dead. Can we show that on network television?
God.
I mean, we're live.
Poor Chi-Chi.
Going for a lot, man.
Sweetheart, remember, you have another one coming!
You got another one to go right now.
Stop!
I swear to God. He says, honestly, I get it though. If I were Ox King, I'd understand why he feels the way he does at this point. Like
Yeah,
he's just.
I mean, he also wants to calm her down because stress isn't good for the baby.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
good for the baby. She's got one on the way.
Chala. Fucking
Last one.
So, which one of you wants to try and describe the word filicide to Goku? I'd ask Gohan, but well, he's been filicided.
Filicided.
Actually, not sure what it means either.
I think it's when you murder a pony?
It means Gohan is dead, and it's your fault, Goku. He's dead.
So over the top.
Gohan! Stop hiding your power level and come on out, you goof!
You goof.
Love that.
The sigh.
Just the belabored sigh.
Yeah, it's just,
Like,
oh,
maybe if I wait
fine.
this long enough, somebody else will jump in.
Yep, I
Like,
know, right?
Goku's like, come on, Gohan, I know that ain't it.
I'm a pacifist. Another word for a coward.
Oh, goody.
I love how Cell is not into this.
He's
like,
not at all. It's not the fight he wanted.
I'm just going to try and get this over with quickly.
Yeah, because Goku played around with it. With this, it was just like, I can't.
And
be
you're
bothered.
still. Oh my God.
He's looking like
Yeah, he's-
even this.
Neither
is
of them
looking at
want
Goku. All right, now that that's done.
You're gonna step back in, Goku? Come on, finish the job.
Yeah.
Goku, I look at this right here, right here. This is a fist receptacle, and I want you to shove it in here.
This entire time, it's just like, okay, the joke is over, all right? It was funny for a minute when I was literally just pounding the living
Yeah.
shit out of his face. But
I was
now,
literally holding him and just.
yeah.
Yeah.
But now, come on.
That is a great look for Gohan.
Yeah. The explanation here, like on how you push me too far, I am going to kill you.
Say something.
I've been humoring
This
you
is
this entire
brilliant.
time anyway, so why not?
This is so good.
But if you're looking to exchange bobs, I'd
That's a
recommend
great
cutting your
shot.
teeth on
Yeah.
something simpler first. Like that embarrassment over there.
Leave me out of this.
I know why I'm here. I know why my dad threw me to the biggest wolf in the woods.
Oh, trust me. I'll huff and blow you down.
He's 11!
I'm 6.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
because when
We made that wow a running bit here just because we like the way he sounded when he did it.
I mean, it's a little
It's just goofy.
It's also a little bit what's his face from
Owen Wilson?
Owen Wilson. A little bit Owen Wilson.
Almost like, wow.
I mean, it's not supposed to. It's not supposed to be a 1-for-1, but it does remind me of Owen Wilson's wow.
Wow. But it's like every time something like goofy or weird, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
It just kept making us laugh.
It did.
Corner, I snap. And when I do, I hurt people.
Oh.
What do you do to him?
What do you do? Yeah,
When I
like,
lose my mind, my power skyrockets. And
I'm sure glad that I use every single shot of panning or zooming for these fucking characters talking. It
that must have been a pain in the ass.
certainly made my job easier.
But it made it look great.
Yeah, it did. It looks fantastic.
everything goes red. The world around me just fades away. And all I can see is the person I want to kill. Of course, I've never actually managed to beat anyone in the past, but I think my dad knows that if I snap here,
Let me guess. You'll kill me.
you said it, not me.
I'm glad that running joke that you said it, not me, also comes back around.
Also, the fact like Masako just like
Nails it.
MVP this episode for
Nails
real.
it.
Like he brings out just the right emotions in each of the characters that he plays here. Holy shit, the boy is on fire.
Yeah, Lawrence fucking nails it as both Goku and Gohan, and it's really impressive.
Just that you said it, not me. You can feel the sorrow in him.
Yeah,
He's like,
he doesn't
I don't
want
that
to.
to happen.
I don't want-
Yeah.
This is not this does not create the dopamine. I see. I get you. So this was when I think we were in the written room, so like, what do you do to him?
So like,
it's like someone leaning over in like a movie chair while watching a movie. So like, you look excited for this movie? I'm like, what?
Right.
It's like I'm
like
playing
you wanna
him
get
so
outta here,
bombastically. So when you're like, we're playing him close to the chest, I'm like, ooh.
Honestly,
Interesting.
it reminds me of
You've
like,
piqued my
you know,
interest.
not some guys that I've been with, like they'll try, like
Right.
they'll be like, they'll get flirty with you, and then like they'll say something like, kind of innuendous. It's like, like what?
I'll drop
And
you
like,
over.
it's supposed to be that like, okay,
that fluttering.
like
that,
yeah, it's kind of flustered, like, all right.
Because he's
Okay,
like
what are you
he's
gonna do?
in for the fight, man.
it's
He's
like,
like
interesting.
Oh,
Yeah, because he's
So
again,
you're saying you got some more? Okay, let's see what you got.
yeah,
Let's
the
see.
idea, and that's why, like, it is really interesting that Gohan completely misreads the situation in the worst
Yeah,
possible
he's
way.
trying to threaten Cell's like, dude, please back off. I don't want
Yeah, and then Cell's like, this is what I want. I want you to push me.
to hurt you.
Yeah,
I don't want.
And like,
this.
Cell is over here, like, what I would give for you to hurt me. You have no idea.
This
Yeah,
is this is where Sheldon used to look at Larry, the camera guy.
yeah, just Jim face.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, threaten me with a good
Good time.
At first you had my curiosity, but now you have my erection.
You mean your attention?
You all know what I'm about. This bit.
The one you killed Vegeta with! Remember that, Vegeta?
Just, reminding you.
I was there.
Should really watch out for that.
Didn't Frieza blow you up?
Oh, yeah!
You should really watch out for that. That's you.
Team 3-star? No. What's that? Is that a club? Can I join?
No.
Dude, it's like, no.
I am so
Throwback
glad that
to
shot of
the-
Yamcha exists.
Yeah.
So incredibly glad.
Brilliant.
He's like, keep 3-star? Absolutely not.
Not.
Can I join? No, you're not allowed.
No. Ew. Like even more than like Vegeta hated.
Vegeta hated it. Yeah, Vegeta hated that in the Namek Saga, and then just the thought of Yamcha, even what it's like,
Team 3-star in general, he hates it even more knowing that Yamcha's excited about it.
Also, look, I remember when I was watching it and Krillin's like, that's Frieza's move. And I'm like, okay, first of all, it is, but they act surprised every time he whips out another new move from somebody else. They act surprised about it instead of being like, oh shit, watch out.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
what's crazy about it is, like, Frieza has, like, 2 moves.
Frieza
I mean,
has-
they have lots of moves if you look in the games, but let's be real here.
Frieza can throw mountains, man.
Frieza's got his Death Ball. He's got his own version of the Kanzon. He's got the Death Beam.
He's got the telekinesis.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people have those.
I mean, they have variations on them, let's be honest. Like,
That's why the power creep in the show got crazy.
I mean, let's be honest. The Death Beam is basically the Dodon Ray with less pomp and circumstance.
and his version of the Kanzon is his version of the Kanzan.
Yeah, it's just the Kanzan.
just
Everybody
like
has a
different
Kanzan.
color.
The thing that makes Frieza the most famous is that he just makes a giant ball of energy above his head.
That's
It's
Shoku's
just a
finishing
simple
maneuver.
flick of the finger.
Yeah, it's the finger flick that makes it.
So to be clear, when you break, I die. Is that the gist of it?
That would be the process of events, yes.
Well then, let's see which breaks first.
Belly German.
Just according to Cake.
Cake.
So this is a Death Note reference.
This is
Yes,
this
a,
is
a Death Note meme.
A Death Note fan sub reference.
God, do you remember back in the day, a lot of people watching, like, you know, of the next generation will not know what it meant to wait for fan subs.
People still use those nowadays. They
Do
use
they?
fan subs.
I never experienced that. I literally, back in the day, would just wait for DVDs to come out. Like, I watched Death Note as the DVDs come out. There was a website called Play.com. Doesn't exist anymore. I think it got changed to something else now. Something Play.com. I would pre-order the Death Note anime DVDs, and they would only have, like, God knows how many episodes on them. Like the Gundam Wing DVDs as well. Jesus Christ, you get like 5 episodes on a DVD. I wouldn't try online. The internet was like a weird thing that I just wouldn't try and find videos to watch on. I don't know why.
Because I feel like in this world where you get the anime, like if you're just subscribed to a streaming service and you get the anime like the day it releases in Japan.
So I'm gonna minor tangent.
Oh.
A lot of people use fan translations of both manga and of anime because they don't like the official translations, or they don't want to pay for the services that are available. Or, and here's another thing, a lot of manga gets leaked early, but the official sites only give it the day of, and a lot of fan translations will get it. Like the latest One Piece chapter. I've had some people be like, "Hey, have you seen it?" I'm like, "No, I wait. I
wait for it to actually be released.
I actively wait.
Support the official release.
And look, I'm not gonna get up on my fucking high horse and tell you what you should do. I'm just saying what I do. But there are a lot of people out there who will just read them because they like the fan translation better. They feel like, oh, this group has a better eye for like the meaning of these scenes. And the same thing will happen with anime. Like people will be like, yeah, I don't like the way that they, you know, translate for this character or this phrase. And so yeah, like they still.
Giguk did a video a while ago, and it was like the type of text that they would use and stuff like that. People preferred that kind of approach.
Exist,
but then you end up with like some fan subs where it's like all according to Keikaku, and then at the bottom would say translator's note: Keikaku means plan.
Those are the most.
What the fuck is the point?
This is those, in my opinion, are really. Those are somehow they managed to make.
Right,
pretentious fan subs, and I can't believe they did it.
Boku no Hero.
Boku no Hero.
I do want to be clear though. All according to Keikaku's a meme. It's
it's a meme.
It's not real, but it is based off of some translations, like
according to
Kaizoku fan subs. They did One Piece for a while. They did not translate Nakama. Because Nakama, in the context that Luffy's using it, it means you are somebody who is basically part of my adopted family, and I will always have your back. But it's hard to translate. Really, the best translation for it is comrade.
Yeah.
But we don't have, like, we have a problem with comrade because of the 80s.
Why do you have problem with comrade?
What is wrong with
Yeah,
comrade?
but
We're just looking for nuclear vessels.
But yet, comrade is actually probably the best translation for it. But even that does not fully like, encapsulate the scope of it. So they just went with Nakama, which I don't agree with personally. But that's why, and then some other sites were doing it like, well, here's a word that doesn't have a one-for-one translation, so let's do it ourselves.
Keikaku's the bad one.
That's how we got, all according to Keikaku, which the original is Keikaku-dori.
Keikaku-dori.
It's just
All
plan.
according
That
to
did not mean to use that word. Just call it plan.
Yeah, for those that never quite got this joke, that's that joke.
Yeah,
I
well,
know
that's the
a vast lot of you out there have.
By the way,
those of you older than 30.
By the way, this whole side tangent was fun to talk about. Sorry that we got onto it for those of you who
That's
don't
very
care.
random. but
Honestly,
okay.
it's one of the jokes that like I notice when watching through the reaction videos. It's the one that gets missed the most.
No one
a lot of the reason is
some
because a
people
lot of
don't
the
get
people
it.
that are doing reaction
Right.
videos are younger. But
You babies! You absolute children!
I'm 36 years old.
It's culture.
Hey, I noticed that people who aren't me have watched and engaged in media that is not the media I engaged
The younger
with. They
generation doesn't understand.
should- the ones who did not enjoy the media I enjoyed, because all the good media came out exactly when I was born, should die. That's right, everybody.
Things for me.
And nothing, no one else or die.
This endless pile of hay, Goku. This is the last straw. If you don't go out there, your son, your flesh and blood will die. No ifs, ands, or buts.
No buts.
No buts!
Speaking of butts, which way do you think his organs are gonna come out?
Yeah.
I'm betting mouth, but I'm hoping.
That is what. It's such a gross line, but
Yeah,
I
it is
love the
terrible.
fucking.
They're coming out one way or the other!
Yeah, but I love the delivery on it. It's like, because I'm guessing mouth, but I'm hoping.
Oh, we'll see. Oh, man, we'll be the first person in this team to shit their pants. Isn't that right, Vegeta?
I'm not moving.
I get what you're saying, but this is exactly
And
what
then
I've
this
been
whole bit.
running
This
out
thing we've
whole
been building
time.
to forever.
What could you possibly?
Why do you think Gohan and I went into the time chamber after Vegeta and Trunks?
Ego?
Because if Gohan and I came out first, we'd have killed Cell right away. But leaving that job to Vegeta? Well, I mean, you saw what
I wonder if he's within earshot.
Confused.
No,
because it
I don't
sounds
think so.
like you knew Vegeta would screw up.
It's gonna be him or Krillin. Oh my god.
Yeah, so, and like, we made sure to line that up early. Like, you know, it's like, hey, who's gonna screw up, Vegeta or Krillin? Everyone else knew. But who knew Goku would know,
And
too?
Goku's just like,
Yeah.
Vegeta or Krillin will screw this up, so then Cell will get stronger and I'll have to fight him. So I'm gonna have to tell him to not kill everybody real quick.
Yeah, it's, and all of of it was just to make Gohan stronger.
Wrong. Yeah, which is so wrong.
But how did you know he wouldn't just kill everyone after becoming perfect?
I took care of that myself. Oh, and Cell? You're gonna die.
Yes, this is how far
Yeah.
back
Cell
we
would
planned it.
never pass that up. Because I wouldn't.
Okay, but why Gohan?
Piccolo, I ain't gonna be around forever. Sooner or later, that's just gonna stick, you know? So what then? Someone's gonna be here when I'm not. And when I was in the chamber with him, I realized that person is Gohan.
Hell yeah.
And that really shows you that he does love his son. He sees everything that he can be and more.
Yeah, like,
But it does kind of like shroud the whole fatherly approach to this as well, because he's perfectly fine with watching his son getting punched in the face over and over whilst doing this.
so I guess this is a decent place to start talking about this. When we were writing for this arc, it wasn't the plan from the beginning, but as it kept going on, the theme of season 3 is actually fatherhood. Between Dr. Gero being the father of Cell, Goku,
And 16.
and 16,
Goku and Gohan, Vegeta and Trunks.
We see
A lot of that.
these relationships, inheritance of responsibility, these emotional, tumultuous reactions and relationships, and I don't know.
We talked about this a lot in the interview we did with Totally Not Mark.
Yeah, and it was really cool to be able to have an actual theme of this season. Like, I know, it's just a dumb Dragon Ball anime parody that
It's
we
not
made
dumb. How
using
dare
the
you.
old
Take that
footage.
back.
And
It's amazing.
It's kind of fan-wankery and fan-picky. And look, I embrace that. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just going to accept it.
No,
at this point.
we're writing something that's kind of coming from our hearts too.
That's
Like this is how we see the characters struggling. This is what we see them struggling with. And Gohan throughout this entire series has been struggling with a man that he can't possibly understand because he spends all of his time away.
Yeah, and
That's
just, and also
in
just
the show. It's in the
Yeah.
core show, guys. That is, we did not do that. That was Toriyama. That
Yeah,
was his
it
decision.
already
And his
exists.
writing.
So we're just playing with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they don't see eye to eye on this whole fighting for the sake of getting better to improve oneself. Gohan ever did it because he wanted to spend time with his father
And to protect his friends and family.
And to protect his friends and family. He's not doing it for his own sake. He's doing it for other people.
never
he
enjoyed
doesn't
it.
fight for the sake of fighting. He fights to defend. Gohan is essentially a paladin.
Trunks
It's-
and Gohan are both half Saiyans and half human. Whereas in Goku and Vegeta are full-blooded Saiyans.
Saiyans are
But
all about
you know what?
the fight.
I don't want to use the biology thing. The biological essentialism of they fight.
that.
because
Well,
they're
that's why Saiyans they're just it's coded like I gotta get.
Yeah, but
stronger.
we didn't want to focus on that.
Yeah.
Which
The
was
whole
good.
Saiyan thing. Like, I don't like the biological essentialism of that.
Goku just loves martial arts.
Yeah. When it comes to Gohan, yeah, he's a protector because Gohan is, by his nature of the writing, a reactionary character. He's
Yeah.
not proactive about this sort of stuff. He reacts to danger and then does his best to take care of it. And that's fine. Reactionary characters have their place, but that is what Gohan is. And so you have this very proactive character in Goku, a reactionary character in Gohan, and we see how they bump up against each other. And that's why, like, writing for this whole bit was so interesting because as we've talked about, I grew to regret the nature and approach of some of our bad dad Goku jokes in the past. I know. Some of them, though, I would have. If we started over, I would have gone a different angle. But
again, I don't regret it because it was leading here. It's Goku not understanding his son and not really comprehending what to do with those emotions when in the middle of a battlefield.
yeah, but
It's not his top priority all the time.
But ultimately, again, I would have changed them to make them a little less Goku's an asshole because some of
Less
those
mean-spirited.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I see what
some of
you're
those are just Goku's being an asshole. Now we've reinterpreted them as time has gone on, but let's be honest. First season, we were kind of leaning on the assholes are funny. Everyone's an asshole.
Yeah, because Krillin changed so much throughout as well. He was an absolute asshole from the beginning.
Then King Asshole arrives.
Yes.
Vegeta.
But by the time we got here, it was nice to kind of explore that and really like show Goku loving his son and his son not understanding his father and how these things ultimately came into this huge climax. So I don't know. I'm rambling at this point, but
no, it's like again, we go really in depth on this in that interview with Totally Not Mark. Check out those videos; they're actually
yeah,
like,
Yeah, because there's behind the scenes for the Cell Saga and the Frieza Saga, isn't there? And then I think at the time it would have been. I think it would have been during 2020. I suffered massive technical issues, and I wasn't able to render any videos longer than 2 minutes. And I remember trying to react to these, so they are something I could potentially go back to maybe.
enjoying these. Those are really fun too, and we probably talk about stuff there that we don't talk about here.
and there might be some other clips of us over on his channel by now. Who knows? Could be some crazy stuff. You never know.
Boo
But
bits.
here's where Goku
The boo bits.
kind of meets his folly.
Listen to those bones crackling and popping. So where's the snap, kiddo?
Squeaky.
Ha! Like father,
Father
like son.
Wait.
Wait, no. Like father, like son, Gohan. Perfect.
Please stop.
Well, seems like you thought of almost everything.
I just treated it like one big fight. Kind of like everything in my life.
Actually, you
You
skipped
don't
one
say.
small detail.
What's that?
Gohan doesn't like fighting, you moron!
What? No.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
right?
right?
Have you ever, in your life,
here
actually
we go.
asked your son what he likes?
Yeah.
But he went in that chamber with me for that whole year.
Because he wanted to spend time with
his-
you, his
yeah.
father, the man who spends half his time training and the other half dead. Sometimes both.
I mean, is anyone else?
Yeah, a little bit. Pretty hard to dispute.
God.
Always perfect. I love that coming from
Terrible
Cell.
mistake.
Nobody's
That is
perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
That is honestly one of my favorite jokes in the finale. Just him of all people saying nobody's perfect to Goku. Absolutely.
do our best. You're doing your best, Goku.
Also the delivery on I made a terrible mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Made a terrible mistake. That's you.
By the way, that is basically the SpongeBob meme.
Essentially, yes. Even in the script, it's written like that with alternating capital letters.
Right? Yes.
No, that's you.
Also, I'm the only one that delivers that line.
Krillin,
yeah, because Vegeta just did it with Krillin.
I need another senzu bean.
No way, Goze.
Right.
No, I'm serious. I'm gonna use it on me this time.
I'm serious, somebody. Use it on me this time. That's you.
And the same guy again.
Just quick update, everyone. These are now tournament illegal.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
Really cool of him not to destroy those, by the way.
Cool.
But it is kind of funny that that's you. It is funny that all three of my characters are the ones that
all
do
did
that.
that. Yeah.
I mean, considering that you're like a fourth of the cast, It was possible. Like
Possible, but just kind of funny that they were the only 3 characters to do it.
True.
Yeah.
And it was incidental.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
All right, so it was an intentional thing. Okay.
It's all right, Krillin. This is everybody's bee.
I have done literally nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Join the club.
So there is a club.
There is a...
I see now that not all roads lead to Rome. Torture won't do the trick, so let's change up the game plan, shall we? I'm going to drag each one of them down here and murder them until you finally give me what I
God,
want.
so evil. So evil. But brilliant.
No, please!
It's okay. I'll save your dad for last. Hear that, Piccolo?
I mean, if you're just gonna say it.
I don't get it. Stay away from her!
Oof.
Sit down. This might take a while.
By the way, I love your delivery on this might take a while.
This might take a while.
He's starting to get in.
Those recording sessions sound like
Because he's getting dead in. He's like, right, I am finally going to get what I actually truly want here, and I'm going to be mischievous about it.
they were intense.
Oh yeah, they were.
I can only speak for mine, but
This is like, I'm happy I got to do it. I look at this.
this is some of your best work, dude.
Thank you. I really do
This
appreciate
this
that.
and like Helsing especially though.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you. So much.
Although I feel like your recordings for Hellsing probably took like half the time this one
That's
did.
because Alucard has a much more natural sort of like vibe that Taka already kind of puts out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas Cell, we constantly argued in the scripting session about how to write him, so it's kind of counterintuitive to how he wanted Cell to be in general.
Well, I always, for myself, I always saw him as the character who he felt like he always had something to say back, which is why with the Gokuisms, like, yeah, the stakes have never been higher. And before you say, it's not actual stake.
I wasn't thinking that.
Yeah.
Even using the Gokuisms and takes that fake word that he thought it was and then uses it into the next thing. He just it almost like flows with everyone's dialogue. If
Yeah, because he's got the DNA.
that makes
so-
sense, and that's always been the case. So this, with him here, playing him so lethal and just being like almost like. It's like he himself is discovering himself in this fight. It's himself. Really,
He's
like,
only
what do
6
I,
years old.
Yeah, what do I want? Like, what is like, in the end? Like, do I want this tournament? Oh, I want to fight Goku. No,
I just want
And
to.
then getting a better offer, and it's like, wait, I want this now. Like, let's push this all out the way. I'm going to kill everybody to get this.
Fight something really strong.
Oh my god, I
And
don't
there's
want.
the Vegeta
Oh god, I
and
don't
Goku.
know why I want this so much. And
Yeah.
it becomes more about that. So he himself is discovering everything and is becoming an absolute murderer. This is where it really, I channel the Kelsey Grammer as Sideshow Bob the best I can. Yes, boy. I'm really proud of it.
And
16
I
jump turn.
love this whole exchange.
Listen, buddy, I'm thrilled that you're finally coming around to me, but your timing is less than ideal.
And the jolly
Green
great
Ginger has got Cell in
Ah,
a
the
bear
jelly
hug.
green ginger.
Everybody's getting love today, folks.
Robot, be careful!
Stop calling him that.
Don't judge our rope romance. What
I remember the alternate was,
romance.
"Don't be a robophobe."
Oh yeah, don't be a robophobe.
is he
Robophobe.
doing?
Within me is a high-yield nuclear explosive. I am going to self-destruct and take Cell with me. Also, probably most of you.
That is my bee.
I do not consent to this.
Your compliance isn't a
Factor. Bringing it back.
Yep.
Of your head, Missy. How do you remember that? Wait, you don't have to do this, Robot. You still have so much to live for.
If I do not do this, Cell will continue to kill.
By the way, the shot of Krillin responding there, originally he knew the bomb wasn't there. I'm glad we removed that. I'm
Oh,
glad
yeah.
nobody knew the bomb was gone.
Yeah, otherwise this entire thing wouldn't make a lot of sense.
No,
Yeah.
it wouldn't work, yeah, because it was taken out already. Yeah.
Only Trunks.
Destroy. Also, I call dibs. If I cannot kill Goku, nobody will kill Goku.
We can split him 16.
In half. Together. Wow.
You cannot talk your way out of this one, Cell. My countdown has started. 10.
What are the odds of outrunning a nuclear explosion?
Find me a bomb shelter. No, a bridge.
Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull.
Now, I hope you know that.
Larry, one more time, for old time's sake.
Where there's smoke, there's firecracker, sir. God
Damn right!
One. No.
They really are the heart of this.
Yeah.
-1.
-2. -3.
Critical error has occurred.
I remember that being my pitch. Just the -1.
-2. Uh-oh. A critical error has occurred.
So good.
Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be a cell-shattering kaboom!
Marvin the Martian.
Right. My mom said she took out your
Oh, yeah.
repairs.
I love that expression from Trunks. Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Just so you know.
Yeah. Like
beans.
he just forgot.
Fiddlesticks. Real quick, 16.
You're in an awkward situation right
now.
Maybe I didn't say this because I don't like anything that you're about, but...
Who gave her the ride?
Who gave her the ride?
16, not that this long embrace hasn't been heartwarming at all. My endorphins are just going crazy right now. But
I love
have
that
a
delivery.
time to break. Now, if I'm correct, you are looking for a kaboom?
If I said no, would you still?
Final time we use that joke.
How hard was
Oh,
this?
yeah, to get rid of those people and have his head fly in front of them.
How hard was it, Scott?
The head flying in front of them wasn't the hard part because it actually doesn't overlap with where they originally were.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they would have been there. Wow. Okay. I didn't know what he was getting at first, but then yeah. Okay. Wow. Because
there is a big, like, open spot.
It does not. You cannot tell there's anyone there that was meant to be there.
On the left there.
I can also see the...
oh, no, that's just a...
Yeah, that's just an animation area.
Yeah, but there was so much.
Wow. And it's just... Oh, it lines up. Oh.
You can hardly tell. I'm so proud of it.
That's
but again,
really good. Wow.
It's always the shot composition that will give it away because you can tell.
To be fair, at least Larry is over here.
I will
At
say,
least Larry is
if anything,
over there.
the shot composition makes it more impressive that they're not there.
Yeah,
Mate, that's
like,
so
it
good.
looks-
That
Again, dude, it
is
looks
so good.
fantastic. You killed those people good.
Thank God.
You murdered the shit out of
Every
them.
time you...
I'm just saying they all deserve to die.
They shouldn't have existed to begin with. Look, I'm pro-choice, and...
God.
Son of a... If I knew he was gonna go nuclear on Cell, I'd have left the stupid thing in him!
Why'd you even take it out in the first place?
Are you joking? Imagine if he decided to blow his payload the first time he saw Goku!
Good rationale.
Try explaining
I mean,
that.
it makes sense.
Whoops, sorry I let your husband and child get nuked, but the Hippocratic
Oath
Oath
and all that.
Bulma, I think you need to relax more. How's about a brewski?
I'm still breastfeeding.
Well, then two of us are thirsty. You go, baby.
You go, baby.
Titty juice!
16, I wanted you to be the wind beneath my wings. But all you've done is take the wind out of my sails. Now I don't even feel like killing these fools.
Does that mean?
Yes, kiddo, I'm not going to kill your daddies. They are.
I'm so, like, I do like that delivery for Cell because it's like he is a little depressed that he had to kill 16. He liked 16.
Yeah, it is heavily
He wanted
implied
to be
in our
friends
dialogue that
with
he
him.
actually wants to be friends with 16.
Yeah.
I think when he like ate the androids, he got somehow
A little bit of that.
I think that's a part of it, yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
It's their core
It's
memories.
one part the fact that they had an affection for him, and another part that we come from the same, like, place.
I think he has that knowledge now as well.
Honestly, I don't know if I ever thought about it that way.
I took it.
Yeah, surely if he's taking the cells in from everyone and has bits of their personalities, then surely absorbing 17 and 18 should give him something from them as well.
From both angles.
Yeah, I think that's always kind of how I saw it in that regard, because like in the end, 17 and 18 truly do like 16 a lot because they realize he's in the same boat as them. He didn't ask for this. He's here, coming on an adventure with us, man. None of us asked her. Let's go do that thing that the guy who did this to us. Kill Goku. I'm all about that shit.
I mean, and they only did it because, like, hey, look, there's a primary thing in here that's telling us to do this. Once we do that, we're free. Like, we're good after that.
Like, there's a part of me that, like, oh, I don't even think that it's still effective when they're awake. I think at that point they're just like, hey, it was the thing we were made for. We might as well go do it because, like, you know, we don't have plans.
Yeah. It's, I mean, and 16 really wants to. It's like, okay, you know, once you're done with that, then we can do whatever the hell we want.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a place after killing Goku. I don't want to live there.
I love this bit. Just your delivery sounds.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The sounds, it's just like, oh, God.
the terrible Cell is now
Doing one of two things.
I'm pretty sure we can't show either on network television.
You don't understand. understand. Where's the egg?
Finds a way
To make me vomit!
I like the implication on Piccolo's behalf that he does not understand how birth works for like
it has to have be an egg. Like they're from an egg.
non-reptiles, like
Where the egg?
slugs or whatever.
Yeah, any other race other than Namekians.
Yeah.
Where's the egg? Why is this happening?
What's going on? Yeah.
We revisit that in the second Dragon short.
Oh god.
It's easy. I don't get what Chi-Chi was complaining about.
I love that. It's like, well, he's just pumping this out. What was Chi-Chi bitching about?
Man, Chi-Chi took it forever.
He just shot out 7.
I mean, that's
She only did 1.
like all day.
Maybe she trained more.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry, now I'm just. Oh, now I'm reminded of that Hiffle where with Chi-Chi giving birth to Goten.
Dragon short, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Dragon
that's
short.
brilliant.
I'm really glad we did that. I'm glad we had Goku watching the entire time. That made
we had a lot of fun and actually put some like heart
Those Dragon shorts were boss.
into those.
Yeah.
Also, this bit. So gross.
That's gonna be doing that the rest of the day. Goku, I've decided that your insistence on finding your progeny will be best returned in kind. So behold, my children. Norio, Damien, Travis, Curtis, Dale, and Jonathan. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, those are all just the different names for the different actors for Cell.
Yep.
Oh. Wow.
And yeah, we included you.
Yeah, I know. I was when
We didn't have enough to not.
Yeah,
Hey!
I know.
I was the fourth one mentioned, not the last one. So
Yeah.
this is I think Norio was the Norio.
Norio, Jonathan, Damien. Like there's a bunch of them because there's
Travis,
the ocean dub, there's the one from the games,
And then, of course, which I think was like Travis Willingham, right?
Okay, Travis Willingham played him. And
I still remember going to that 18+ panel, the first 18+
Yeah.
panel we ever went to at the first YomaCon.
Oh yeah, because
And you walked up with a question. Yeah, what was it like playing Cell's like, how the fuck did you know about that?
Well, you asked that question.
Look.
That's great.
In the like, it was an 18+ panel where people aren't allowed to take video.
This was
and so and look, we were in the industry for a while. We knew people. People
We knew
talk
people.
within the
We
industry. a
weren't
little
even
bit.
really in the industry yet, though.
We knew.
This was our first convention.
True, but we knew people within the industry, and we were getting to know folks. And so I came up there, and since it was an 18+ panel, we were not allowed to take videos. I just asked, how's it like playing Cell? And he just leans back. He says it with a grin. He was like, how do you know about that? I'm like,
I still remember that
That's
because that's why,
brilliant.
his name is one of the cells.
yeah.
Yeah. But no, we also have the Canadian Cell, though people don't know about him.
Yeah.
So all of those are dub actors for Cell.
Okay, that's an explanation there. Cool, love that.
And the original Norio Wakamoto.
Japanese is still a dub.
That is
You're still dubbing a cartoon.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Fucking place.
And of course, Vegeta Jr.
Junior.
It's like every nightmare
I've ever had was just one cloned itself, fucked the clone, and then made those!
That is
Terrifyingly accurate.
Gather round, children. Daddy
hate
set up
these so
a playdate
much.
for you.
Cell
love-
Juniors are so fucking dumb.
Okay, no, the Cell Juniors are fun. They're interesting. They're neat. They work for the scene, but if you think about it for more than 5 seconds, they don't make a goddamn lick of sense.
See,
What kind of feats do they have? Can they break a planet?
We see their feet.
They're just as strong as Cell, apparently.
They're just like Cell's feet.
Little feats.
Okay.
Are they all squeaky?
Yes.
Oh, all squeaky feats.
By the way, I love the noise you made for them. We actually went back and forth on like how they would sound, what they would do. Like we were wondering, do we give them character?
You'll have
Do
to
we
remind me, what did we do for them? Like, what did we end up going with? Because
I
again,
mean,
my memory's
you
just
did-
spotty here.
Kind of thing, like if you were to play like a toad, basically.
I remember what I based it off of. The Madagascar movies.
Oh, the lemmings or the little
No, the one played by Andy Richter.
Oh my god, I'm so great!
Oh, the bush
that
baby.
little, yeah, the one, yeah, really?
That's-
that was it?
That's
I
where
think
the
that's where it
inspiration
came
came
I'm
from.
so great because I was doing this voice the whole time. Oh my god!
Like, it's just, he's doing the worst voice
Yes.
ever in the universe, actually. It's the worst.
Now make sure you share your toys. Don't leave Daddy's sight. And bring me the bodies. But most importantly,
Have fun!
L Junior's incoming!
We are not calling them that!
By the way, yeah, Goku's the one that comes up with the name Cell Jr. Not Cell, Cell Jr.
See, I would have loved this concept if they looked like first form cells.
Oh, that would have been terrifying if they're all like flying around trying to stab their tails at them.
Wow, yeah, that'd be more interesting actually. God damn.
Actually, the reason
what if they were all like the little locust things?
That's specifically why for me, I mean, it works, but because they look like mini perfect cells, it's like they look like little
do you think
Chuckies.
the other forms of Cell could do that? Like they'd come out in their various like different like.
Oh, so you reckon like what if the second semi-perfect did the same thing? Would they come out semi-perfect?
You have a bunch of little frog-faced ones for the second form, and a bunch of little insectoid ones that are humping everything for the first form.
I'm fighting you.
That's gotta be so infuriating.
Are they not precious, my own little family? Now, after I'm through with this worthless little planet, I'll have someone to accompany me as I trounce about the stars.
God damn, man, this. Oh, it's so good.
Perhaps I'll try conquering Namek. Wear that hat for a little while.
No.
Yeah, you're right. That's the Frieza talking.
So tell me, Goku, where does this fit into your master plan?
Well, you know what they say. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the...
Thank you, Mike Tyson. Do you think the Cell Juniors are varied in power scale? Because it seems like everybody is at kind of like a relatively even match with them.
Don't ask stupid questions.
But I have to.
Didn't think about.
But I have to. Why is Krillin able to keep up with one that Vegeta's able to keep up with?
To be fair, we're about to see that he in fact
he doesn't.
cannot.
He does not. But still.
What did this Cell Junior scream to Goku?
Gotcha, man. I think.
He says "Wham Bam, thank you, man." Because
really?
Yeah, go back, motherfucker.
I have never heard it. Like,
Okay,
I sort of hear, gotcha, man.
Well, you know what they say. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the...
There you go, you hear that straight away as soon as they said that. It was one bad thing about it.
Oh, wow. Now I hear it. That's the first time I've heard it proper.
Wow.
Don't want to fight you.
Yeah, because the everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth is a Mike Tyson quote, and "Wham Bam, thank you, ma'am" is also a Mike Tyson quote.
Oh.
Yeah, so from both. Wow, we're learning some stuff here, guys. I'm gonna have to pee soon.
So I had that like, and I had the "Wham Bam, thank you, man."
High five it. We got Nick. We got Nick. We got him. We got you. We got you.
No, this is on you for me not being able to understand your voice.
That was a good. They say.
Did any of you out there know what that? Did anybody out there know that's what was being said?
Oh yeah, you know what? In the comments, did you hear "Wham Bam, thank you, ma'am"? By the way,
I mean, I feel bad saying no, but as soon as you pointed it out, sounded just like it. Oh god, no.
That was a common problem in this show that we haven't talked about. The sound balancing for Dragon Ball Z Abridged could be really difficult because there was a lot of fighting going on, and we always wanted there to be a little bit of dialogue accompanying the fighting.
Yeah, so you got the sound effects of everyone hitting, music, and dialogue.
But when you have those big action impacts, and you have dialogue happening at the same time, especially, honestly, if they're yelling, it's actually harder to hear. Because, like, when you're yelling, you have to actually bring it down a little bit, and it actually makes the dialogue quieter.
When the actual, like, when you actually scream, it's almost inaudible. That's the actual point of yelling. It's why voices.
It's also a very shrill voice to begin with.
Yeah, which it being shrill is why you can still hear it over the hitting. However, it makes it harder to understand because it's a cacophony there.
I would say the one thing with what we tried to do for the Cell Juniors was I'm gonna do the timing of the words. I'm gonna try my best to kind of say it. If you can hear it fully, cool. If you can't, it's not 100%.
Not a huge deal because it's not hugely integral to everything that's going on.
Is that necessary to laugh at? I guess that was the thing because I honestly, and I mean this, I forgot that I played these entirely.
No way, that's mad.
I even though I remember being in the booth recording fuck tons of dialogue, I'm like, oh yeah, oh right, I did that. Ugh.
That's crazy.
Fight, not mine. So I'm begging you, just rein them in. Give my dad a senzu bean
and there it is.
Here we go.
There.
This is my favorite bit.
Which is why I despise
you.
You know what they all have in common? The Saiyans might be fools, the humans might be weak, and the Namekian might not belong. But they're still out there fighting. Not just for their lives, before this dunghill of a world.
Yeah.
Oh! See,
Oh, we got Krillin out.
even Krillin's doing his
Yeah.
best.
Thanks for noticing. I really tried.
So
Just kicking the shit out of him, man.
there is a little bit like, so here's the thing. I have never really disliked Gohan as a character, but I always felt in our show, and we talked about this, I felt like if I could go back and rewrite any character, top to
It would
bottom,
be him.
it would have been Gohan.
Right.
I would have made him way more like his latter half Gohan, where in the first half he's just kind of, oh, I'm innocent, and occasionally I'll try and say something smart, you know, and it just never kind of worked as well as he did later after he had more screen time and was bouncing off of other people.
I go back to this again. That's character development. He grew.
Okay.
He started
that's
as
true.
the baby.
But what's he
But
saying?
also, like, it kind of made him a weak character early on.
He was a weak character early on.
Yeah, he was.
But that's still not okay. But we could have had control over that. We could have made him a stronger character that was more effective. And like, my
He was
point
4.
and he's still prominent.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is, and let me finish.
Yes.
Sorry.
I genuinely think that we could have seeded a lot of the stuff that later Gohan shows, like his love for mysteries and all that kind of stuff. The way that he responds to other people,
Right.
like, and his general like bookworminess manifesting in other ways. Ultimately, my point was when we got here, I wasn't happy like with the fact that Gohan's characterization only really started to ramp up in this season, and that's why when we get to Cell, one of the approaches that I went at with him was Cell hates him because he feels so lukewarm on everything. Everyone else has this passion.
Yeah, everyone's like proper into it, like go for it. It's like Gohan's just like, I'm not sure.
Is out here for a reason. Why is Gohan here? Why are you here?
On the other side of that, there's a very important aspect of Gohan in this season, and that's that he's kind of entering puberty, where people kind of start to learn who they are and what it is that they're doing. And that's kind of what this is for Gohan. It's essentially his bar mitzvah. It's his becoming a man ceremony.
This is Gohan's bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
Yes,
but
this is a good day for
It's a big day for young Gohan.
but that's why, like,
Bane
you know,
again.
you can only you know, change so much in retrospect. You can only write for what's available to you. But that is one of the reasons I wanted to write Cell. I didn't write Cell. I wrote it with you guys.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to write Cell this
Kind
particular
of deconstructing him this way.
way. And fiercely, like, venomous towards him.
This is the one thing that you and I really agreed with, the idea that Cell especially will hate a pacifist. Like, are you fucking get out of here? Like,
what are you talking about?
Personally, I just think pacifism's just like, I'm not. I don't.
You two were very much in sync on these speeches.
Yeah, no, we very much were for this in particular because pacifism must be nice. Must be a nice. Would be fun. Shame we're humans, though.
It's nice to be able to shirk the responsibilities of a good person.
There's a reason I wrote that. I will get to 16's fucking speech.
We're gonna have a lot to talk
Yeah.
about that specifically.
yeah.
Yeah, don't worry.
Oh yeah, when he gives him grief as well. Well, not grief, but like, you know.
But none of them, boy, not a one, shares that trait with you. So vile it drives me to retch. You, Gohan, are a coward.
No, I'm just a
pacifist.
So a coward
Alright,
patting
well,
himself on the back.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that was your
Saint
line, I
Seiya.
remember
You
that.
Stand proud next to the bodies.
Here we go.
Please don't break my arm.
No.
He invested his money. So I'm just so happy they got that one in the script there too.
Please don't break my arm.
No.
No.
It's mad that he. Oh right, wait.
It's one of our favorite jokes in Lord Slug. So it's nice to call back to that too.
Please don't break my arm.
No.
Yeah.
Dear viewers, it looks like Cell's gone full Septimom with 7 sinister spawns. Mr. Satan, you have a plan to deal with these terrifying toddlers, these chilling children, these
Prepubescent predators!
You see,
The alliteration. I love it. I'm a huge fan of alliteration. It's great.
those aren't actually children. They're dwarves, paid to fight on his behalf. And honestly, I bet you they ain't even paying them industry rate. I'll tell you, Jimmy, the way little people are treated in show business, it's downright criminal. I'm gonna go right now and look up their agents and give them a piece of mind. Excuse me.
Uh-oh.
I seem to be without a body.
Yeah.
Would you mind lending me yours? Why are you screaming?
Because you're a talking head!
So are you.
That is cutting, sir.
That is one of my favorite lines.
Yeah, because a person who just chats on TV or like commentates on stuff is often referred to as a talking head.
Yeah.
I need one of you to give me a hand. I must get close to Cell and the boy, so one of you will need to get me there. I believe that I know a way to finally put an end to this madness.
Are you crazy? What makes you think we're going anywhere near that war
Go on,
zone?
Hercule.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Mr. Satan?
I have a daughter at home, Jimmy. Little girl about the age of that boy out there. Right now, I'm being told I might be able to save the world. And all I gotta do is throw this robot's head in spitting distance of that crazy killer bug monster? Sure. That may sound crazy.
No, it's definitely crazy.
Larry.
I have been finding God throughout this entire experience. I love that.
Believe it too, then the world martial arts champ, Mr. Satan. And besides, what did I tell you, Jimmy? It's all a bunch of tricks.
I love that bit because it actually shows you that, yeah, Mr. Satan, he's a goof, he's a showman, but he does have a noble heart down there.
He's
a good guy.
He may be a coward, a money-grubbing jerk, a fool,
Frankly,
a coward.
he's not even that much of a coward.
No, he's not.
He sees this shit and he's sticking around.
Yeah, he's still there. He hasn't run away.
He's having a natural response to any of this.
Yeah,
the fact that he's like, I don't want to go back out there. I will die. Like, he recognizes very quickly that he's out of his depth, but
and here in this shot, we even experience that Jimmy and Larry both see, like, yeah, no, he's talking out of his ass for the safety of the people at home so that they don't fucking destroy a city.
And I love the fact that they both come to terms with that. It's like, you know what? No. We're going to play along with this because it's probably best that people don't know how close they are actually coming to death right now.
This is how close they are to the world actually being destroyed. Mr. Satan is keeping the peace right now.
Yep.
Oh, tell me all I gotta do is one thing, be brave for a second. Okay.
They are not.
You could die.
Do you have a mute button or something?
Not anymore.
Oh, brilliant.
Damien
Sure is kicking the shit out of Yamcha.
It's like a metaphor. He honestly doesn't deserve this. But it's still funny.
The consensus of the writers.
Yes. No,
Yamcha doesn't deserve this, but it's funny.
It's still pretty funny.
I will.
We don't get a lot of internal monologue. Oh, that Dragon Shorts is boss with Yamcha.
Will say I am glad that we came around and gave Yamcha his happy
Whole
ending because
episode.
In the Dragon Shorts, yeah.
well, it is fun to make fun of Yamcha and the fact that he is actively the weakest probably in the entire group, and part of that comes down to the fact that he doesn't train like the rest
He
of
just
them.
gives up. He's like, whatever. You know what? I'm still stronger than 99.9% of anything out there.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and so it's like, you know what? Yamcha still deserves to be happy. He didn't do anything wrong. He just wasn't as proactive as everybody else.
One of my favorite bits with Yamcha in the entire Z series is where he's lying down with his hands behind his head during the Bojack movie. Now this sucks. I could have won this tournament. Now a bunch of other guys showed up. Now I'm not.
Damn it! Why'd they have to show up?
I could have won this one immediately, but no, Tien's here now. That's gonna be an actual
Tien's
challenge.
here, Gohan's here, and Trunks showed up for some reason. I thought he left.
They're Saiyans. Oh, this sucks.
Like Yamcha's up there like, I was gonna move out of my one-bedroom apartment, but not anymore.
You know how expensive rent is in West City? Especially when Bulma owns half the place.
Damn.
I'm gonna whip up your head and
Us calling back to his old
Come
nerd
on,
rage.
you can do it. I believe in you.
Hey, Kate. Down your neck.
Your
Throat.
lunch.
Oh.
Now you're just embarrassing us both. Seriously, how hard is it to piss off an 11-year-old? You should be a stomping mess for me taking a toy away. Meanwhile, your friends and family are getting beaten into mulch, and all you can do is cry. And now he's crying.
Are you serious?
That's it, kids. Put your toys away. We're going home.
wait!
And to be clear, I mean kill them all, so I can blow up this shithole and find something better to do. Waste of my fucking Sunday.
Hold on! I'm just one step closer to the edge.
And I have a
Everything you
well, Linkin Park references in this. I loved this. This made me go crazy when I was like, everything you say to me.
say to me pissing me off.
Yeah,
You
it's
are-
like you're waiting for the line, and then it's like to end, and it's like no, because of the Linkin Park AMVs. I reckon they're gonna mention that.
Good chance, kid. And in the end,
It didn't even matter.
Now, obviously, those are Linkin Park lyrics
Yes.
from 2 different songs.
And
the
part,
reason,
part of that came down to the fact that we grew up with Linkin Park, and it was like they just kind of came to us.
but also the fact that this moment was a massive AMV boom
There you
for
go.
both of those
There you
songs.
go.
Oh
There
yeah,
you go.
fucking Dragon Ball was the Linkin Park AMV footage
Yep.
for the longest
Especially the
time.
Gohan
We really
scream
should
bit.
we really should have had Vegeta do more Godsmack lyrics. That's really was our biggest mistake.
Maybe. I mean, like, just the crawling in. Everybody's seen that. Everybody who was on YouTube in the early 2000s saw that AMV at least once.
I made Linkin Park AMVs.
Yeah. And that shot was the easiest one to go to. So that's our call out to the fandom.
Ow. Gohan.
Thank you for your assistance. Don't name me, Mr. Satan.
kids, when you're done with them, draw and quarter that buffoon.
No.
By the way, one thing I want to point out that we haven't really talked about: Hercule never touched it,
We touched it once.
Yeah.
Mark Hercule Satan.
which has its own complications.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
And,
Oh, right,
and
okay,
of course,
yeah,
Napa,
yeah.
when introducing it, it goes by Mr. Satan. Goes a little rough. Might need a name change. Thinking Hercule. What do
Yeah.
you think?
That's
Like, what do I care? You're not my agent, or you're not
on my
here.
board.
Yeah, you're not my board. I think I was pushing for like we don't use Hercule, partially just because like it's just not his name. That was only like in America.
But it's how so many people in America identify the character.
Yeah, I know.
And it's one of those things where that may not be his name, but that's his name.
Yeah, because even on the Funko Pops, it's it's Hercule because it's Super Hercule on the Super one. Yeah.
To a lot of
I
people.
mean, his name is Maku. He goes by Mr. Satan. That's his stage name.
Yeah, that's it. Apparently a title he won.
Yeah.
So Mr. Satan is actually like a title that he had won in some other tournament. Which
And then
Oh.
since the
was a
dub
hellish tournament.
since the dub calls him Hercule, it's like Mark Hercule Satan.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's just how we went.
There we go. We all worked out in the end.
So
Amazing work by Antfish too.
As for
yeah.
you, I'm surprised you're still. Well, I was going to say
kicking.
but-
Like,
Find you talk to him, Jesus.
all right.
Yes,
So
I found
before
a
we
lot
get
of
into this, I want to address it like beforehand, so we don't have to cut into the middle of it or the end of it. Because
Yeah,
we're
because
about to-
I'd like to let the
This is one hell of a speech.
rest of this run, because what's about to happen is one of the most, like, I still get goosebumps with
Oh, mate, no, even just thinking about it now, I'm just like, my left arm is all tingling, and I feel like I'm losing breath. No, I'm joking, but like...
the way you mixed it in the song we had produced.
Oh,
So one of the things I want to say is that this whole speech from 16 is really controversial.
Oh yes.
I've seen
oh,
a
yeah.
lot of people who love it and a lot of people who hate it.
Yeah, it's divisive.
And honestly, I might go back and change a little bit of the wording here or there.
He's a little harsh, but I think he has to be.
But the reason I wrote it like this is because 16 recognizes in this moment, and here's something that not a lot of people, like, I think understand about our approach. And I understand, like, I'm not saying you're wrong. Everyone interprets art in different ways. But the intent here ultimately was 16's trying to break him. 16
Well,
isn't
yeah,
going
pretty much.
about
It's like
this in a way
he's
where it's
like,
like,
right,
I
he
identify and I
needs to.
sympathize with you.
Yeah, he's trying to push him in a cold, logical way.
because
yeah, because we've got to a
16
certain point now.
recognizes if you don't break right now, everyone's gonna
Die. Yeah,
dude.
This is on you.
Yeah.
Like, the world counts on you right
And-
now, and
and-
you need to do this.
And raise your hand if you think this is fair.
No, of course it's
No,
not fair.
none of this is fair. People think that we're like, oh, he's just a kid, he doesn't deserve this. No shit.
But-
He
yeah,
doesn't
we
deserve
talked
this.
about
We're in the
this
situation
GDC when
now,
we were-
and it needs to be dealt with. It's like, I get that Goku's decision wasn't the best, but we're in this situation now, and you've got to step up. It's like, yeah, you've got to step up. If you do not step up now, everyone's dead. It's horrible that we're in this situation. It's horrible it's all happened, but it has to happen now.
Going over our transformations, Gohan going Super Saiyan 2 made number 3.
Yeah.
And it's because, like, there's this deep darkness to the transformation. Gohan does not want to snap.
No, he
he
doesn't.
doesn't want to become the monster. He does not want to kill.
Yeah,
but he has to.
This isn't some triumphant moment. This isn't some great, like,
sucks.
the hero has arrived. No.
This is heartbreaking.
The hero has been dragged out through a series of violence and forced to basically kill another person.
He is pushed out into a life or death battle by his own father with the hopes that he is going to snap.
Yeah. And at this moment, like, when 16 talks to him originally, it's like, let it go. Like, let your passivism go. You need to embrace what's inside of you. But 16 is a mixture of you need to stop the passivism and you need to stop thinking that you are above this. You are not. Doesn't matter if it's fair. You need to fight.
If you just passively watch bad things happen to people, you're at fault for not doing what you can do. Even if, like, no matter what that is. Sure, maybe you can't be the one to actually stand up and do the shit, but you know what? You can go out and vote.
You look at Android 16's actions when he's not being passive in the show. When someone's about to kill one of his family members and then he finds a workaround in his programming to be able to change that, because even though he's only designed to kill Goku, this one right here is also partially Goku, therefore I will now step up to do this. In the end, he went counter to his program because his machine brain told him to do it for survival and everything like that. So he sees this so analytically, he's like, hold on, I have a solution. I'm just gonna shoot from the hip.
Yeah, and like, look, we don't make a lot of commentary on these. We just don't.
Despite the fact that we've literally just shot somewhere around
I
70
meant
videos.
in the actual show.
It was really smart.
We don't make a lot of social commentary in the show.
We're about an hour into this one,
Yeah,
so
partially because, I don't think we're completely incapable of writing commentary in our shows.
But sometimes we feel like we don't have a place, like we aren't the ones that should.
But I won't lie. When I wrote this line, part of it was me talking to an entire generation of people who passively allow bad things to happen or don't recognize the injustices around them and don't act on them.
When we were developing, because this was like a big thing for this one, was just in the end, Gohan's being selfish, and as much as that sucks,
he's
not selfish. He's afraid.
Well, yeah. Remember, it's a matter of
he's a child, though. As well.
What's the term? Self-preservation. It's a matter of self-preservation because, he doesn't want to give into this. He's afraid. He's scared of what will happen.
He's afraid that once he crosses that threshold, he'll never be able. Like we even say it later.
Yeah,
he's afraid he'd never come back.
He is afraid of what will happen if he lets that demon out. 16, the message to him is like, you don't have a choice, dude. It's either you do it or everyone dies.
And you have to trust that you're a good person.
Yeah. But again, part of 16's dialogue there is a larger commentary on if you see injustice and you do nothing about it, you're taking part in it. And that's important to me. Like, again, we don't do a lot of commentary on these, but this was the one time where I was going through. Honestly,
it was a rough time. It was a rough time.
It was written at a very
tumultuous time.
And maybe things only got tumultuous from there. So
good thing was nothing but net after that.
Yeah. Oh, good thing things only after 2018. Everything calmed the fuck down.
Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
So, but yeah,
it's great. Everything's great.
Let's hear the dulcet tones of remix.
Now let's go.
What are you?
Grow
up. Yeah.
Huh?
You act like you are the only one suffering.
God damn. I don't watch this. Yeah.
But I believe that Trunks has some stories for you, and I can assume they all end with, and then he died too.
Yeah.
And before you start whining about your father
again, and I get it.
Because it's just programmed to kill him. The timing on the speech is great because it's got the serious tones, but it's got the comedic moments as well.
A moment to consider that my father made me a
I like that a lot of his memory has been unlocked due to Bulma's computing.
That doesn't even come close to the complete tragedy of fatherhood that is Vegeta.
You want to come up here and say that?
I am ahead.
Yeah. The one thing I kind of wish is that you didn't cut to Vegeta too soon there, because I feel like that led in the joke a little too much.
I want to point out, I actually went back and forth on the edit. I assure you, that was better for me.
Okay.
Honestly, sometimes cutting to it, it's like, why is it cut to Vegeta? And then you like, I know it kind of like reveals
because maybe you haven't got enough time on the initial shot, like
early, but it actually paced out way better like that.
That's fair. Maybe it's because I knew the line that was coming.
Yeah, but
it's not meant to be a comedic line. It's almost like a drama.
Oh, it's absolutely a comedic line.
No. I'm not. What I'm saying is like, is the music? It's all meant to be very serious. Like, you know, everyone having those stares, looking at it, and speaking. What did you say?
Yeah,
it's almost kind of like a half fake out.
Yeah. I find it funny that you bring that up because I remember that. I remember like I need to cut to Vegeta earlier because like the way the
gives
scene
away
is
what
paced
it's
and
saying
flows.
straight away,
When it cut to Vegeta, when he said that, it kind of felt too jarring. Like because
there might have been a happy medium somewhere, but.
Yeah,
I think it sits on him just a little.
It's done now.
You're sort of a happy medium.
Thank you.
It is. It's really happy.
It's not. Yeah.
You want to come up here and say that?
I am ahead.
Maybe you should quit while you are.
I love that.
Cell was right. You think you're better than everyone else, but there you stand. The good man doing nothing. And while evil triumphs and your rigid pacifism crumbles into blood-stained dust.
God. Damn it, here we go. What?
The only victory afforded to you is that you stuck true to your guns. You were a coward to your last whimper. Of fear and love, I fear not that I will die, but that all I have come to love,
The birds, and the things that are not birds,
will perish with me.
2 categories.
So please.
So I feel like that was a quote of something, but then edited. Well, not edited, but changed and that. And then here's Cell just walking over, and then bam, and just
Please. Gohan. Stop holding back. And hey, if we do make it out of this, please pick up my head and
beat your father to death with.
Now, before we get to the I want to go unpause for the rest of this.
Because they got the, didn't they get the they redid the track, didn't they? They redid the track.
Remember airing this live on Twitch when we first premiered it.
Oh.
The comment, the chat section, just oh my god,
it was like
just watching everybody react to this in real time was so surreal.
The music.
And I mean, we've premiered things in front of live crowds before. If we could have been in front of a live crowd for this, I don't know if it would have been as impactful because it's not a scene that you talk through, but when seeing the chat light up and just like, oh my god, fucking hype, just
a lot of ahs.
I think we overclocked Twitch on that one, but
yeah, is there anything I want to say before this happens? Because this is the last moment.
Well, you were very specific on the point of music that we wanted, and you spent a lot of time making sure it sounded perfectly. You worked with Ein.
I wrote the lyric. Also, that 90% of that Android 16 speech was me.
Yeah, we tweaked up some of the dialogue.
There were a bunch of jokes.
I am ahead.
Oh yeah, we went through many graphs of that version.
Also, pick me up and beat your father to death with me was a joke that we had in the chamber for a while.
Yes.
Honestly, there was a question of do we want to end it on a joke before he gets his head crushed, and we decided with yes because
everything else is going to be very emotional.
In fact, this next line is
having a joke cut off by the seriousness of the situation adds to the series.
But yeah, I wrote the song. Well, okay,
you translated the lyrics.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. Okay, didn't translate. I adapted the
translation.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I worked very close with Cliff iTunes on the dial. He helped me find the musical rhythm. Cool. Was like, hey, when this is sung, it's not going to sound as good. And we got Pablo. Oh, hell, I'm forgetting his name. The singer, phenomenal guy.
Yeah, not a member of the team, mind you. A lot of people think one of us did this. No.
Oh yeah. We reached out to somebody else.
Paulo Gueves. All right, cool. Damn. Wow. Hey.
Absolutely.
This is our most viewed song on our channel.
Yeah, yeah, by a lot.
I love the comments. My bird listened to it and it turned into a falcon.
That's good.
My dog listened to this and turned into a wolf.
But when I was adamant. I was like, hey, remember all those times where I was like, okay, you guys can have what you want.
This is
There is no way you're talking.
This one's for Scott.
Yeah, this one is for me.
So before we carry on here, thank you so much to Remix for playing Android 16 to the very last second, because in the end, what a performance! What an absolute
he was
goddamn
always
performance.
great to go through. Like, he was always great in every single role he played for us.
This is his last line.
At 16 until
well, in this show.
Yeah. In Kai, he gets one more line.
He gets many lines.
I mean, he's also still Kami.
God, they've got to do the Kai. They've got to do the third Kai.
Oh yeah.
So that means if they mention that, so we've got Kai, part 2, part 3, epilogue. So let me just proper. So we're doing part 1. So we're going to get part 2, part 3, epilogue, Kai, Christmas. So there's still 5 more of these, but like, wow.
No, this is Android 16's last line. That's what I mean.
And this was
this was goodbye to Android 16. He became one of my favorite characters in our show. He might be in my top 3 of the characters that we wrote for. I loved his burgeoning humanity. I loved his relationship with other people. He was so much fun.
He was the one character I wish stuck around for the next arc. I really wish Android 16
That they could have like rebuilt him or something.
Though honestly, it is nice.
He served his purpose.
It's also nice to have an actual sacrifice, a
death
character
that means something.
Yeah, a character who dies and stays dead in Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
My God, it's a unicorn.
But here we go. We decided to play this straight because there was no way we could make a joke out of this part. We could only try to do it justice because this is our love being shown for this moment and this show.
Yeah.
I'd say he's gone to a better place, but we both know he never had a soul.
It's so good. It is so good. Oh, seeing their faces.
Here comes Masako.
Yeah, like, because didn't Masako sing it? Like, I'm sure he did Did he do the vocals? Well, this is boss anyway. And then, like, Cell's so smug, and he's just like, yeah, and then it's a slow realization.
amazing.
Mate, I love how they're throwing this in on the on the commentary as well. I was like, wow, God. No, so it's not Masako doing the vocals. But yeah. But that's what I'm misunderstanding. Masako did the Muffin song. They had the clip there before. My brain goes into weird things that I've seen on previous. This is funny because he is realizing, oh, okay, maybe I have messed up here. But the music in the song is fantastic. Because I thought originally when I watched it was Pelike, but then it's not. But, you know, it's got that kind of sing, kind of like vocal... Is he Swedish? Is that... You know...
Go on.
I can't surrender at the turning point of destiny. Right now it's do or die. My life is on the line and I will not flee.
This is so cool. This is so cool. This is so cool.
Whoa, whoa, it's clear to me. My spirit grows and I will face it.
And it's cool that, like, I didn't realize, yeah, so he took the original song and then reworked the lyrics and threw them in. That's awesome. That is awesome.
This demon, whoa, with burning energy.
Nice, go ahead, lad. It's like, yeah, I see what you're doing here.
Day of fate has finally come. There's fucking tears in the way they're carried up and then they stop and just...
Here here we are, the seriousness now. It's like, yes.
Also, the way the music hits with that. Oh.
Perfect!
Fucking hell!
Yeah.
Chat was just,
Dude, you fucking killed that. And the way it ends on the note and
There's no joke.
Look, I don't like to toot horns.
Fuck you! Toot the horn!
It was great.
Beep!
You did a great job.
Pass the horn.
I am very happy with that. I just wanted the moment to hit like it hit when we were younger. That it meant so much to me. Just like I tried
The first time I watched it, I had tears. Like when you sent me the preview, I had tears in my fucking eyes.
So
it
good.
brought me back to when I was 12, dude.
I feel so bad because you both have such a clear, distinct
Of the original.
relationship with this scene. And I shit you not, in Canada, it was not as easy to follow along with that.
It's
Right.
dude. There's something about watching this when you're roughly Gohan's age
Yeah, I
and
can
just
see
seeing
that.
this shit happen.
I couldn't, like, that's why, like, when we were in the writer's room, I could just tell how, like, for both of these two, they cared so much. I'm the guy who likes to make wacky cuckoo lander guy. I like making my jokes, but I did not even remotely say, nah, it should end on a joke. No, I just shut the fuck up and let
Wow, just let them talk. They know what they're talking about. They're the ones that watch the show and are getting it across to. Because fans, it definitely appealed more to the fans of the original show. I feel like that's where the views came. Obviously, like Dragon Ball Z is so huge. But there is a demographic. I was in a pub the other day trying to explain to a 49-year-old what my Margin Boo hat was. But then I got a free shot from the guy behind the bar. Because he recognized it, so that was cool.
This
To the
scene
song
is
went,
why there
"That's
are
good."
This scene is why there are Gohan fans.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly.
Yep.
As much as as I've said that a million times before, I love Dad Gohan. I love like later Gohan as well. But let's be honest, this moment is so big, so grandiose, so.
It's so monumental. That's a word, isn't it? It sounds big as well. So yeah, I think it. Yeah.
Vivid.
This is Gohan's moment.
Yeah.
Until superhero.
Even that.
What? It's epic as superhero.
That's just a rehash.
Yeah, let's
It
be
is
honest.
It's
the
a cheap
same
shadow
thing.
of what this is.
As much as Beast Gohan is cool, mostly.
I do prefer the original version. Yeah, because it is just rehashing the same thing. But yeah, the original Gohan versus Cell thing is better than the superhero mode. But anyway,
it is
Does he,
just
does he run around on all fours like a beast, or like what?
They call
It's what they.
we're not seeing it. Oh, it's
Call
so
it.
good.
Yeah, it's beast.
He has
mode.
beast mode?
He literally
He has
he
beast
literally
mode.
goes beast mode.
Does he wear a black tank top?
No, he wears literally the same exact outfit he's wearing here.
But he's taller with silver hair, and boom, does he go crazy? I love this movie.
Honestly, it's
Not as good as the Broly movie. Still,
it's his peak outfit.
It works on him.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, but like,
But
so
no,
this, what a
for
beautiful
real.
moment.
Talking about that scene and that moment and the way it premiered and was received, it's just like there is no catharsis greater than working on something for a year and just seeing it so insanely well received like that.
It's like that you can just all the collective
It's like-
air you were holding in.
mate, I loved watching this for the first time and reacting to it. It was sick. It's annoying to think, like, my reaction to this is still up, but then part two, part three are gone. The epilogue's gone, but Kai is still there, it's fine. But back in the day, I didn't understand copyrights, and I feel like I could have kept them up if I'd understood now how things work. But anyway, we have the commentaries to stick to now.
Because we held off on releasing these until each of the episodes were, for the most part, complete. I know you were still, like, polishing part 2 by the time we premiered this, and then polishing part 3 as we released part 2.
You had a
Right.
release schedule that wasn't going to drive you insane beyond the limits of what you accepted.
That's
It was
cool.
already, I mean, no matter
Beyond
what
the limits of what he had accepted.
But there was this air of relief as these started coming out.
Makes sense, because you had a whole year since episode 59. So that's mad. So it would have been... So if it was a year, I did 59 when I was still living at my mum and dad's, and then when 60 parts came out, I had moved out. Yeah, crazy. Because I wasn't with my ex at the time. I was able to do anything I wanted, and I was so much happier.
And we realized, no, we did what people wanted.
It was really interesting because when we started putting it out, they weren't completed before they started going live. By the way, do you remember that?
I remember you were still polishing part 2 when
part 2.
1 came out.
Part 3 was
like they were for the most parts,
Yeah.
like done, but we were still going through I think we need timing things.
Yeah. To chime in, this was the first time you had ever had 3 simultaneous productions at the same time on 3 separate scales, and you kept those plates spinning, dude.
No shit. I was working on different parts at the same time. Because usually, you'd think I'd finish part 1, part 2, part 3. I would work on part 1 for a bit, then I'd go to part 2 and work.
Oh, I remember trying to do that back in the day where I'd be doing like multiple videos, and it's like you can't just focus on one. You got to take a break from it. So your break is to then edit on the next thing, and then that would then confuse me at times. Oh God, yeah, I get what he's saying.
On it for a bit. Then I'd go to part 3 and work on it for a bit because I needed to take.
You needed the variety, so you weren't working on the same scene for like 5 hours.
Because hold on. Some of the things, one of the things that I do is that I go for the most difficult to edit scenes first.
Yeah.
I go for the ones where I know this one's gonna take me the longest to get down, so then I can save all of the tedious bullshit after.
I have to speak to this, and how much of that was waiting for lines from other people too in those parts too.
God. Oh yeah, because wow, yeah, so you're waiting for lines, so you can't edit without the dialogue through the lip flaps. Like, then it's how. What was the recording schedule like? Oh,
not for part 3. Part 3, I basically got all those lines before I started because I was like, no. Once the production,
I know I recorded mine as soon as we got the script.
Did I fly down to record this?
You flew down to record the song.
We'll get to that, but yeah, nonetheless.
Oh yes, the My Way, cover at the end. Oh my God, I forgot about that until they just mentioned it. Yo, there's so much in the next 2 parts.
It was just that's only the first part, everybody.
Yeah, and oh man, editing for this was insane. I tried to pace myself the best I could though, because I obviously didn't want to burn myself out before 60 was done.
We were worried about you burning yourself out. We actually specifically had a meeting. Are you sure?
Are you okay with this? Are you fine? It's gonna be okay. Power through. We need this. God damn.
Yeah, we were like, are you sure?
Yeah. People don't know. Some people don't know. I've talked about it more than enough about my 80-hour work weeks.
I can't sit here and say that's a good thing you did to yourself.
No, it probably look.
Now that it's all said and done, it's like
I clearly benefited from it.
Crunch culture is a bad thing. It just flat out is. But any creative, like check out Noodle's video on this. It's perfect.
In the flow.
Yeah, but a lot of creatives will crunch because they want to. Now,
nobody forced you.
Yes, nobody did.
Nope.
But crunch culture is bad because then it's management forcing other people to do it. That's never okay. But hell, forcing yourself to do it is often not great. You shouldn't do it too often, but it happens.
This was yours though.
Yeah. And for me, it was a matter of I want to make this happen so badly. I'm going to spend every waking hour I can on it. Like, I will eat, I will sleep, I will bathe, and I will edit.
And I think I can speak for everybody out there when I say you fucking killed it.
Absolutely.
I really am happy that people, like, genuinely, episode 60 is very well received. Season 3 is my favorite season that we ever did. The finale, I'm very happy with it. And that other people seem to have come around and genuinely seem to like it. Again, it brings me to tears that people like the thing that I made. Like, Jesus.
What a gift. What a gift.
Yeah, no,
it
is a fucking gift.
What a gift.
That anyone would give a shit about something I made.
We're probably going to talk about this in a later video as well, but the idea that us just going back over something that we already watched to showcase why we loved it and to poke fun at the silly aspects of it that we still love regardless of that, the fact that so many people went, I give a shit about what your voice is going to say with this next time. It's like, what a gift that is.
This has been great. I've loved seeing these commentaries. I've loved seeing behind the scenes, but love seeing the thought process behind everything. This is great.
To anyone trying to make anything, and we can never look that gift horse in the mouth.
So thank you all for giving that to us.
Thank you.
Seriously.
And we're going to move on to what we affectionately refer to as Red Flag Gohan.
Yep, Red Flag Gohan.
Next time.
On this thing
that we're doing.
Wow, that was awesome. That was really cool to see. And I'm very, very nervous because I messed up during recording my reaction to that. And it was a very long video. So if this is all together and fine, it's a miracle. But that was a lot of fun to see. A lot of awesomeness. And oh, it's weird. Like, it's been a really fun journey watching the behind the scenes and watching them talk about it and watching them explain the jokes, explain why certain things happen, and yeah, I'm very glad we checked that out. And thank you to my patrons. If you want to have your name at the end of every video, I upload links in the description to the Patreon page. $1 a month is all I suppose, and that's greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for that. And thank you all for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe, and leave comments down below. Let me know that I should watch and discuss in future videos. See you guys later, guys.